Tim, he's very approachable and personable. You feel like you can ask him any question and he's not going to ever judge you or throw you under the bus or anything like that. He's much calmer and he has this calmer personality that a lot of people can relate to, and he's a little bit more quiet than Sam, but very approachable, as I said.
I tend to connect really well with Tim because I think he's connected a lot with smaller firms.
And the one thing I will continue to say about Tim in particular, who is has been our mentor or guide through this whole process, is he's always available. I mean, and I know he travels a lot and whatever, but when you reach out to him and say, we're really struggling with this issue, he is there. Whether he happens to be there and answers the phone or you got to schedule some time with him regardless, and he keeps us in those rails. We talked about that today. Just, right about the time we're ready to veer off, and I'll say, or Brian, our managing partner, says, we need to talk to Tim. And he's there for us, and he steers us right back on course, and I know that he'll always be there for us.
He is the kind of the papa bear, if you will, where you can tell that Sam has a great deal of respect for him and how he was as a managing partner, and you kind of get this sense of great friendship between the two. And my interactions with Tim have always been good. The conversations are fun.
One of the things I love about working with Sam and Tim is this is really what they focus on, and so they're working with so many different firms, and they can get up and they can give examples of, I've seen a firm that has this exact same issue, and here's some ways they considered solving it. They're never trying to say this is the best way and it's always going to work exactly that way, but they've seen so many different things, and day to day, we're not going to walk down the street and knock on our competitor's door and say, hey, are you facing the same issue and how are you solving it? But Sam and Tim are able to, in a very non-threatening way, find out how other firms are doing it, bring together those best practices and share those with the group. They're always able to engage people to get a conversation going. Sometimes you go to conferences and there's those silent, awkward, long pauses, and they're able to just get that going and get people engaged and bring out those best ideas in the group, really get the brainstorming to mean something.
I think the biggest strength is the fact that they have been there and done that. There's no more, there's nothing better on a resume than to see that experience. And to be able to listen and know that they're actually pulling from their own experiences, not just hearsay, not necessarily just from a book or from a story they've heard. They've actually lived it. They've also experienced the trials and tribulations as well as the success. It's very helpful, very powerful.
I love that they're both so knowledgeable. They're in the accounting profession, which it gives them immediate credibility, and they're businessmen, which I have really admired. They're frank and they're upfront, and they don't mince words. They tell you like it is, but they're also very kind. One of the greatest things that helped me was oftentimes if someone needs to be corrected, we feel like we have to make them feel like they're less than or something in order to correct them, and they said this is not the worth of a soul. All of these people are wonderful people. It's just that they need to align themselves with the direction of the firm, and that was really helpful.
My experiences at Sam or Tim of above par. I find them very approachable. They're very knowledgeable, and I'm amazed how, with the number of people that are part of the ELA program, that they have facial recognition to put the name to that face. It is ultimately impressive.
They always know your name. I don't know how they do that. I wish I knew their secret, and it's probably not a secret. It's probably time and effort that goes into it, that they always know who you are, but they've been great. Like I say, the lessons that every month that they give us, the conferences here, everything is good. I know that I probably should use them more than I do as far as calling them or emailing them and asking questions, but the interactions that I have only been positive. They're both great.